Welcome back everybody, this is Slow Stitch September with Lindsey at the Vintage Button and me, Carole, at the Journal Eclectique. So we're starting this series with a boho bag, and to make this round bag we need to have a square piece of fabric. We need to fold it in a triangle at least twice, so we can easily cut it to size. So once it's folded twice, you can actually use a regular plate to make the circle, or like me, I think I will be folding it again and cutting. It is relatively easy to do, so I'm just pointing here the middle of that. So you could do that and cut around, or do like me and use a pencil and a string to actually go around the square and draw the circle. So this is if you don't have your perfect plate, your perfect circle. This can actually help you eventually to make a bigger circle. Sorry for my voice again. So what I'm doing is I'm attaching a string to a pencil that I will hold in the middle of the fabric, and I will use another one to actually draw around the circle. And the length of the string, this is what you need to keep very taut, so you can have your circle in really the most circle-like. Otherwise it'll be a wavy circle. Now I'm only going to draw like this for half of the fabric, because once you fold it back into its triangle, you can actually just follow the small part of the circle that you've drawn. Now doing this, you can use your scissors, or you can use the circle cutter, the fabric circle cutter. The diameter of my circle is almost 43 centimeters, which is almost 16 inch. It's a big circle because I wanted to make a bag that I could actually use and put things on this. Put things inside of it that I would enjoy carrying around. So that's why I decided to get a bigger circle. Today is Slow Stitch Saturday, a collaboration I am making with Lindsey from the Vintage Button. And we are starting with this boho bag. And this boho bag is something that will be very easy as a project for us to do for the month of September. So I've watched what she has done, and she's made a small a small bag. Mine is big. Hers is like this big. So she was telling me about using just a plate, but I was in my head the bag is big, so mine is big. And I've shown you in the beginning how to actually make a big circle, even if you don't have special tools. You can make them with pencils and a string. So we are doing this part of the bag, which is the tunnel for the thread, and I'm going to finish doing this part here. So this will be an erasable pen with it. You can use, I think, a friction pen. So I'm trying to give this, I think it's probably the regular half inch. What do I have? Yeah, almost half an inch. So I'm not sure it's going to be equal everywhere, but that's the point, right? We are doing something handmade, and at least for me, it's for the first time. I did draw myself some little things behind, which we will be probably doing next in the next sessions, but right now we're doing this part. So I have picked my thread, which is this brown, relatively big thread, and it's kind of silky. And I'm going to use this needle here. And we are going to do the back stitch, the running back stitch. So the running back stitch, you have to start somewhere, so let's go here, and you start sewing at the base here. So going to make our first, Lindsey said, and we're going to make a knot out of this. So my thread is about the length of my arm when I elongate my arm all the way. So this made a knot. And we're going to start. So we have to try to be, we have to do to make the running stitch. So we just go in and go out at regular intervals. And my fabric is a bit thicker than Lindsay's, but it's fine. It's kind of like a bit of a canvas. So once you do that, see, the thing about maybe putting too many at the same time would be that it's going to be hard to take out. So I'm going to use this for this first one. And this is what it should be looking like. Okay. So I'm gonna try not to make too many at the same time. these ones be even better. Yes. Okay, now the idea is to bring this inside so it makes a fold. Inside we just want it to one layer. Going to secure this part here because I don't want it to tear. Then we're going back down. If I can find a way to make it go inside. There you go. We'll clean up my thread. And I'm pretty sure that's not the running stitch, but at this point I'm going with instinct. Oops, that went through. So I suppose that's one thing to think about, that your fabric is not too good thing we don't see these things too much. Okay. I'm going to come back here and do my knot. Okay. So I'm cutting these things. This one. And I suppose I'm going to need to work on more delicate knotting for the future. This will do. It will do. It will do. So we have the opening and we have the running stitch all around. I'm going to use this bias tape because I have a lot of it and I like the color of it with this, just a little bit of yellow. And of course, could I find a safety pin? No. So I'm going to use a trombone paper clip and pass it through this. Now it's going inside. Okay, so we pull this. It's strange that things you think you have as something as common as a safety pin, and no, you don't have it. So the paperclip worked. Now, troubleshooting, as one would say. My canvas fabric, I should have made, I suppose, another little round, because it's not going to hold on to wear and tear because of this this kind of thing. So I'm probably going to need to redo a few things, but that's okay. It is how you learn, or at the very least I will learn. So I'm fine with the length of these because it will be crushed like this. So what's next for me is to actually repair my mess. So when you will choose your fabric to make your bag, make sure that if it flares like this, to use this kind of scissors, so you can actually stop it from doing this. If you have, like me, this little mess, not to worry, you just use a thread. I've doubled this thread, but it's, you know, you barely can see it on this thing. And make sure that you will do this where it's actually fraying, and we will make very small stitches a little higher so they won't show. Just make sure that this is not being sewn. Okay. And also make sure that you're not you're doing this a little higher. I'm going to try to go back and forth just to make sure that my canvas won't fray. Again. Okay, so I will leave you on this and I will finish repairing my mistakes. And Lindsey said that next Wednesday, yeah, I think it's that Wednesday, we will be doing letters. So I'm probably going to rewrite my journal eclectic a bit more spacey. All I have to do with this ink is to put some heat on it. So I have some designs there. It'll be fun, it'll be cute. So we'll see you in the next video for Wednesday and Saturday. And thanks a lot for watching. I hope you will subscribe and leave a little like and a comment. And follow us, Lindsey at Journal Eclectic and me at, Lindsey at the Vintage Button and me at the Journal Eclectic. Thank you. Bye.